Follow? Well, there we go.
1986, the year our world turned to ashes. The atomic flame, unleashed by the leaders of the East and West,
Moving
like
legs
a
around.
genie from his bottle, circled the globe in the mere minutes.
Jello.
And devoured.
Yeah. So I did a little bit of grinding off stream, and yeah, it was interesting. We ended up finding out a couple of new enemy types. One of which is a even gianter rat, and the other of which is a even gianter spider. Also got a fair amount of food, excuse me, and sold some of it off, which was good. Which was good. Roast meat is just the way that I get everything at this point. Ugh, they really need to make camps encounters just a lot smaller. Where the hell am I supposed to go? How you doing, Spec? And not much happened. Turns out that the caravanners have a unique loadout every single time that you meet them, so it is actually a pretty good idea to take a look at them each and every time, which is really cool, actually. Means that you can get stuff like really decent guns, cheap ammo. This is actually cheap ammo. But yeah, I've been trying to see what I can do, what items I can get. I've also figured out a couple of crafting recipes. We've got a sharpening stone now, which is used to make really good quality knives. You can actually find crafting recipes early. Siggies you can make using, what is it, tobacco? Yeah, tobacco. Made a second helmet for my good old friendo. That's a photo. Don't need that. More mushrooms. Don't really have any use for mushrooms right now. We might find a recipe with them later. So what I've been finding is that it's a decent idea to just have every kind of ammo. I actually have been talking to Fidel. You may notice he's a little bit less hurt. We encountered a bunch of wolves. We also encountered this, which is the Nagant and the Makarov pistol. Both of those are pistols use different ammo, which means that I could just kind of slowly drip feed him ammo of one weapon type until he runs out, and then he switches over to the other weapon type, which is nice. It's all nice. Nice and good. You're in pain? Why are you in pain? Also, I'm not 100% sure how many people are going to actually come around and visit the new streams. Or not the new streams, the new game. Because, well, we had a lot of people yesterday. I think that was just everyone who came around during the, let's see, the end of the last Mother stream. Another caravaner group. It's not a good idea to start fights with caravan. Oh, Aprophenem is popular for two reasons. First, it's a cure for acute radiation syndrome. Second, in certain doses, it's a powerful hallucinogenic drug. Holy shit, that's a lot of radiation drop. It's 1,000 rubles though. $1,000, Jesus. I really want this armor, but we have no money. Huh. More stress than any other. I've never heard of stress straight up in or hurting someone though. Like, yeah, it won't do amazing things for your body, but actually physically paining someone, that's not something I've heard of. Unless you've just been doing stuff like workouts or something like that. Makarov, pre-war Goroka. Oh, you also may notice that I got rid of my alcoholism, and also got rid of my radiation. So we are more or less back up to where we should be. Sure, that's not something more serious, Spectec? I did also gain a level, so we have 62 health, and I think, yeah, I got 110 martial arts. I discovered that I could start doing aimed shots at eyes now, which is, in Fallout at least, was the best way of doing any amount of damage. Still can't kill rats though, so... Man, I would love to shoot this man. Also, I've been slowly leveling my speech as time has gone on, so we actually have a decent speech skill now. And you guys can also do me a favor by letting me know how I sound, and if you hear as many boops and vibrations, because yeah, I kind of have a shock mount now. Another Nagant. More of these. How many rubles do we have? Not many, right? No, not many at all. Actually, no. Okay, thanks, Spec. Let's see. we need animals of some kind. I found that there's a random encounter that goes on around this area that has a bunch of wolves in it. That one is fantastic for making money because it gives you wolf teeth, which are actually pretty expensive. Yeah. What are we fighting, a bear? It's usually a bear. Yeah, it's a bear. Later, giant monster. Someday we'll be able to kill you and take you down. Be careful. So there's something, I'm gonna put something in chat right now. I don't know how much I need to be worrying about that. You are not the only one who's actually been interested in it either. Hey, we do a decent amount of damage now. Not amazing damage, but we do about 6 damage per hit. Oh Jesus, that attack animation is brutal. More importantly, we can go after eyeballs, which does bonus damage. Punch it in the eyes, punch it in the eyes. As I said, wolves are really good for getting money. Mostly because wolves actually just keep giving teeth. Teeth are decent. Teeth are just decent. You know, I kind of wonder if you can use them for arrows. Did I just kill a doggo? Yes, West Sunnyside, we did just kill a doggo. And unfortunately, we're probably going to be continuing that for a while. As I'm still kind of trying to grind, but also getting to the point where I don't really need to anymore. Which I'm happy about. I just need money at this point. So we're going to be trying some of the problematic quests that we've been trying. And hopefully we'll get a little bit closer to actually killing something. Who dissed it? No one dissed it. I was saying that I don't know if I actually have the ability to stream Persona 5 right now. Did someone diss Persona 5? Nice. Having someone with a gun on your side is so much easier. Yeah, there you go. That is what I've been looking at. You see that 21 HP of damage? That's the true potential of punching. I have been underestimating it. Sunnyside, do you know much about streaming Persona 5? Because that was what I was saying when I said that I don't know if I actually have the capability to stream it. Because the devs keep putting out information about not wanting things to be spoiled. And I'm just like, at this point, your game has been out for 2 years. Spoiler season has passed. Another 15 HP. Like, there are probably full walkthroughs of your game online at this point. I don't know about the streaming guidelines. Ah, okay. Yeah, I'm mostly unknowledgeable about them myself because I haven't really heard anything. Shoot him! Shoot it! Yeah! We got the full XP. I've discovered that some animals, when they get low enough, actually start to run from you. Which is reasonable. I mean, you're trying to kill them. You love the game. Yeah, a lot of people are... Okay, so you can thank money for that. As well as money for the Earthbound series and spec for the Earthbound series. Because money keeps recommending these games to me, and I'm just like, sure, though, you know, it has to go through the entire process, right? And he's like, yeah. He's also offered to buy it for me, or at least pitch in once it actually happens. And so I'm going to turn the light on. And probably get a drink real quick. Again. Alright. Oh, sorry. Boop to the microphone again. I consider that a good thing. Good thing, was Sunnyside. If there are multiple things on that list that you want, that is exactly what the point is. Oh, actually, caravan, right? Let's go. Oh, that guy's got a riot shield. Wolf teeth are actually really expensive, and I'm glad that I have them. Yeah, I kind of appreciate that spec. Means that I can focus on things that are going to be... because the list is getting really long, and I try to keep it small by removing things that just aren't getting any votes. There's a couple of things I really, really don't want to remove at all. Huh, what is this? This is a regular steel helmet of the Soviet Armed Forces. The SSH-68 was provided to the armed forces of Soviet Union and its Warsaw Pact allies. And a super stimulant. And a med kit. A med kit. Damn it. This guy's got a lot of good medicine. And I mean a lot of good medicine. Look at all of that. It's a good armor too. Anything else? Nah. What I've been finding is that with each area encounter that we do, there's usually a little bit of merit in just looking around for other lootable things. Oh, but I'd enjoy Pikmin 2. I don't know too much about Persona 5, but I don't know how well I'd enjoy it. No. We don't care about scavengers. Actually, we're gonna go try the rats again. Started a new run of X. Okay. The reason I'm going to try these rats is because I think that we're kind of on the verge of being able to do them, although it might take a few tries. But I also just want to prove that I can do them. Mostly to myself, really. We ain't gonna be shown up by no rats. Where are we going? Persona 5 is an RPG with a damn good story. Oh, that's good to hear. Muddy keeps recommending me nice things, but never actually stops by to watch those nice things. God damn it, Muddy, why do you do this? You could watch them. What is Fennekin? What are these Pokemon you speak of? I'm still partial to to Turtwig from Diamond and Pearl, because Turtwig is amazing and turns into a goddamn just giant turtle thing that has a tree growing out of its back. It's great. Why wouldn't you want that? Okay, so the problem with this is just that it's a lot of rats. I've got a lot of HP and a bit of damage reduction now, but these things are just really terrifying. Also, I'm pretty sure they actually have a fair amount of health, unfortunately. And as you can see, do a decent chunk of damage. I think these aren't normal rats. Oh god, is he out of ammo? There's no way he's out of ammo. Why the hell are you punching them? Okay, no, this is not happening. Jesus, these rats are actually a heart. Oh, now you use your gun. When I'm almost dead and you're almost dead. Okay, if you died due to rats. Yeah, he died due to rats. Furry waifu mage. Bubbly for the bubbly for the win. So it's actually kind of funny. You guys ended up reminding me of my old saves, and so kind of in light of that, I was looking around, and I ended up finding my old Nintendo DS original. And with that Nintendo DS original, I discovered that I still had Emerald, which doesn't work anymore because its internal battery has run dry. And I also discovered, of all things, I found Diamond and Pearl and Heart Gold with all of the best Pokemon I've ever had. That means I had my level 100 Metagross on it. I was happy, to say the least. Let's see here. Damn it, we still need to do some grinding or something. Let's go back to Cosmos Mini. Also, the main story of Persona 5 is about 98 hours. Alone, much less the main plus stuff. That's kind of what I've heard, just that it's a long-ass game. Also, what's Sunnyside? I haven't asked you yet. How has your day been? How have you been finding yourself? Hopefully well. We could totally not buy that knife. In fact, I'm actually gonna sell this knife. I have like no need of this because I can't skin animals as it is. Hay bales. Kinda surprised by that. Looking around, anything? Does this car have a trunk? That car does not have a trunk. Some cars have trunks and are worth actually taking a peek at. What I really want are the humans, because the humans give me a lot of meat. Animals will give me some meat, but not really that much. Really? I did not know that. I'm having a good day. School got canceled and I got a 3-hour delay tomorrow. Nice! Sounds like everyone's having a fun snow day. Means it takes the school a little bit longer to start. So everything has to go faster and it fucks with teachers' schedules. The unshaven man nods to you if he knows you well and extends his slimy, cold, wet hand for you to shake. You avoid formalities and wave to the man instead. He starts in a boring, monotone voice. Hey, I remember you. I thought you were a victim, like me. So, what can I entertain you with this time? Who was he? The man covers his face with his hands and sneezes. When he puts his hand back into his pockets, you notice that they are now covered in green boogers and smelly slime. With a voice that would make anyone fall asleep, he drones on. Who is Doc Veselov? Everyone knows Doc Veselov where I am from. He's a right bastard. He created this pseudo-scientific theory, and we are its victims. There is so many. I got one new member each month. Some of us he made strong yet stupid. Some of us he made smart yet sickly. His theory that he created way back before the war was this. Every person is formed from several so-called characteristics named stats, like strength, dexterity, luck, or endurance. Each stat is equal to a certain number of 1, almost absent, to 11, very strong. He then developed a set of exercises, meditations, and spiritual practices that can make your stats grow or change. Tons of people started practicing his teachings. Everyone wanted to be strong and fast nowadays, right? But what he didn't warn us about is that as you grow one stat, you lower the others. This is why I can now do this. The man takes several small objects like soap, dried bread, some keys and bottle caps out of his pockets and starts juggling them with amazing dexterity. Even though what he does is beyond most humans, you feel bored as you watch him. Oh, his personality stack got nuked. That's great. See how agile I am? But that agility cost me my charisma. Now my wife has left me, saying she's afraid to die of boredom. My friends tell me I make them feel depressed and ignore me. Also, I look creepy and sound like a robot. Oh, God. I'll go find the doc and let him fix you. What? Why would you think we need any help? Dr. Veselov is actually long dead. Some of the folks he made strong by turning them mentally retarded tore him to pieces way back when. The bastard got what he deserved. I had to put boiling water inside my anus for a month because of him. Some folks had it even worse. For example, one guy became so lucky, he now finds canned goods everywhere he goes. Yet his endurance is low. His stomach is so weak, he just vomits everything back. And when he doesn't, he gets blood in his farts. No help is needed. I am simply keeping a list of victims. I take what I can spare and share it with those who have it the worst. It's not a Christian to poke fun at victims, friend. Nice. I heard that Clevdia had a lover who is also a member of the Chamber of Commerce. This is why she doesn't pay rent. What a story. Oh, wowie. Oh. Even juicy rumors turn to boring shit when they fly from your mouth? Wow. That's some good stuff. Also, so something else I actually noticed while I was grinding is NPCs, at least the ones in certain areas in each town, actually move around. Like, you'll see different NPCs in different bars across the area, and if you visit them again later, they might not be there. Which means they truly are randomly encountered, which I really like. Alright. I've had enough of listening to him. He's super annoying and boring, and I don't really want to talk to him. Before you stands a tall man, in an aged grayish short-sleeved shirt. He is constantly looking around and biting his nails. On his skinny face is a fixed look of contempt. What's up with you? Anatoly Babkis, at your service. Or maybe not. Yes, maybe not at all. Today you can't trust nobody. Not a bit. With all the shit going on around here, we need a leader, you know? But anywhere, there's nothing but them pederasts, politicians, and foreigners. Not my type of crowd, you know? Nope, not at all. Not like before. Oh, no, yup. Neat. It's okay. See how big our city is? And it was ever so small at the start. So small. It was actually better when it was small. Yup. It'd be better if it stayed small. Although it's not really big even now. Big is a huge word, you know? Nope. It's not big at all. Oh, no. Not big at all. You let people yap, and they'll call everything anything. Like, for example, they'll call a small city big. Yep. I don't like this man. I do like that they actually put a decent amount of work into him, that I can not like him. Without him, you know, doing anything to me. How's life out here? What kind of question is that? We live. That's it. If you can call it a living, and spit in the face of anyone who says it's a good life. And who's to blame? I can tell you that. The nosy ones. Rumors? I always hear the rumors around here. Everyone is yapping all the time. There's no meaning in what they say, though. But I heard an interesting rumor recently from people who I can trust. They say that a terrible monster came into the wastes, a man-eater. Tall as a 3-story house. Fanged, scary-looking, savage. And he eats people for fun. Yup. Just for laughs. It's his hobby, you see. Eating people. That is very scary. Very terrible indeed. Yep. Huh. Fun. Alright. A tired, sweaty man walks around the coal power plant with a disgruntled facial expression. He looks at the machinery, sometimes at the huge furnace, sometimes at the large pile of coal near it, sometimes at different little gadgets and mechanisms that are stationed all over the place. When he notices you, he nods in a greeting and wipes his forehead. They expect me to work in such an environment. Everything is falling apart and there's no real supply of coal. What's wrong? See, since the old mine down east depleted, we have to get coal from the north through Paragon. And I'm guessing you already know what kind of place Paragon is. Because of that, we don't get shipments on time. Krasnoznameni blacks out constantly, and everyone blames me for that, since I'm the head of this feared plant. Want some help? Yeah, hey. Maybe you could do something about our troubles. Someone needs to speak with the guy responsible for the coal shipments, who sits somewhere in the Chamber of Commerce bunker. I would do it myself, but I can't leave the post even for a minute. Where should I look for him? Nobody can get inside that thing, though. But you look like the type of guy who wouldn't be stopped by that. The man you need to chat up is Alexander Sablin. Deal. Neat. Okay, out of curiosity, what quest do we have right now? Line Bunker 317. I wish we could ask about Bunker 317. Facade, is that you? Wait, which one? The circus, got pest control. Maiden Spring Farm. Oh, the one I just did the voice for. The tired man, his face covered in coal dust, blinks fearfully and wipes his dirty hands on his trousers. He snorts and gives you a questioning look. You see a badge pinned to his uniform. Simeon Lapushkin. Look, man, I'm working now. If you have a question, go talk to my boss. Well, we just did. Damn. Probably for the best that I didn't do that. Hello, you've got a gun. A young bearded member of the local militia follows you with his gaze, while sighing for some unknown personal reasons. His assault rifle hangs from a belt, covered by a camo pattern. What do people gossip about? hunted just at. He has nothing interesting to say. Oh, all sorts of stuff. You can buy sour milk at a bargain price from one of my pals. They also say one official from the Chamber of Commerce started drinking, so now you can bribe him with good alcohol. Another thing is someone recently found a partially built house near our city. I already asked my husband to go there and search for anything valuable. Every bit helps, don't you know? Sweet. We should probably talk to these people. They seem like a thing that's going on. As she sees you, the woman makes a gesture you have never seen before, with 2 fingers of her right hand, and lowers her head. Those weren't your feet by the Mother Cosmos that brought you together. Oh, those weren't your feet, but Mother Cosmos that brought you to here. Brought you together today. I hate religious talk. With the Saint Martyr from the truth. Varna Banana. Varna Banana. That hair. Not a fan. In the name of the Sitting Wolf, I often teach lessons of the utopian religious anarchy in this town, in spite of hypocrites pushing me away. You must have heard my speech. Tell me, servant of God, did I manage to convince you that an Earth authority is false? When shall we start the purge of the authority ranks, mistress? A proud smile appears on the woman's face for a few moments, before it's replaced with a sudden realization and a slight scare. Well, there's no need to go that far, my child. Mother Cosmos teaches us that the non-violent resistance we don't want. Some sharp-eared law enforcer to order us to end our tour in some damp jail. So what? Was I wrong to booby-trap all the exits from the Chamber of Commerce? Yeah. Laugh is actually a better medicine than chemicals prescribed by doctors. You're right to crack jokes, youth. It's time for me to go. The mysterious preacher beckons to one of her strange companions with her fingers and informs him in a loud whisper. We'll be traveling to Ochernoi a day earlier. People here seem to have some unhealthy enthusiasm this time. Nice. What strange people. You're still staring at these 5 when a surprisingly well-dressed man with a clean haircut approaches you. He stands next to you and places his hands akimbo on his hips. Did you see that? That's the sort of people who are roaming the wasteland these days. Right, and who are you? Oh, how impolite of me. I wanted to offer you a job, an opportunity to make some money, but I completely forgot to introduce myself. The man turns and gives you a big smile. My name is Igor, and I represent a scientific charity called Mycelium. Basically the root system of a fungus. Or, as our enemies nicknamed us, the Mushroom Cult. We, however, are anything but a cult. Oh, these guys are... Okay, I've heard of you guys. You guys are good people. You mentioned the opportunity to make some money. What is it you need me to do? They seem like actual pictures of people, don't they? Them wigs, yeah. It's so obvious, too. I think that some of them are stylized and some of them are actual people. The man comes closer to you. Unlike most wasteland dwellers, he doesn't stink of body odor, alcohol, or any other even more unpleasant substances. He only smells of clean clothes and a bit of road dust. The thing is, I've been following the activities of this so-called Devi Christou for a long time, and the conclusions I've drawn are rather grim. We're dealing with a leader of a potentially very dangerous cult. Okay, what do I have to do with it? You look like someone who knows how to behave in the wasteland. So, I would like to offer you to follow these cult members for a while, to find out whether they are really dangerous. Well, seems simple enough. How exactly should I follow them? As far as I know, Devi Christu and her disciples are on a small tour around the wasteland. She's determined to find some new poor souls and who would believe her dubious sermons. Right now, they're on their way to a small village of Ochernoi. Intercept her there and learn about their future plans. All right. Great. Once you've gathered enough information, come back to me. Anyway, if you have any questions about our organization, don't hesitate to ask. Just approach me. I'm nearly always standing here in the suburb of Krasnoznameni. Cool. Yeah, the Mushroom Cult are good people. I've actually talked to them before, or I've heard of them. When did this game become cultism? Never. The crooked guard looks bored and keeps yawning. However, after having noticed you, he starts looking more alive. Huh. So he's the one that's keeping me from getting into Krasnoznameni proper right now. Food. Don't want food right now. I had as much as like 1,000 earlier. You better go talk to my buddy Zook. He's standing right near me. Before you is a man in a custom-made mask. He looks around and speaks to his friend from time to time, but you notice that his attention is kept on a strange couple of men in the other part of the market. Oh, a new face on the market. Listen up. Beware of those two guys. No matter what they offer, you don't take it. Their currency is a lie. As he speaks, the man points towards a bathrobe wearing person and a man wearing a kimono. Don't listen to those two, ever. It won't be just you who will suffer. It will also be your wealth, and perhaps even your psyche. We fell for their tricks, and so now we're here, thinking about what we should do to save our hides and our village. By the way, if you'd help us out, we'd reward you. Revolves around what you want me to do. We came here to buy some grain for the needs of our people from the deep woods. And it would all work out, too, if it wasn't for those meddling con men over there. Here we are, pulling a ton of grain on our backs, and they come to us. They say, "Comrades, what would you say if I told you there is no need to haul grain all the way to your village? You can switch it for cryptocurrency." Oh my god. And then trade it back to the grain when you're closer to home. They then present us with garbage like buttons, pucks, bottle caps, and such, and tell us we could exchange our grain for this junk. And when we're closer to our village, we just need to find a cryptocurrency dealer who will take the garbage and give us back the grain. Buttons and caps are easier to carry around the woods, so we fell for it. We sealed the deal. Uh-huh. That's right, nobody takes those buttons seriously. Everyone just laughs at us. We were even chased out of a store. But wait, there's more. When we came back to these two jokers, they already sold the grains for rubles. There's really nothing we can do right now without starting a fight that would get us kicked out of town or jailed. But you're a fresh face. Maybe you could talk to them and help us get our money or grain back. Sure. Actually, we did, but they look at us suspiciously as it is. And what should we tell them? That we sold our goods for buttons and bottle caps? Nothing will come of it. I promise nothing. I am not a charismatic person. Before you stands a thin, tall man wearing a bathrobe and some slippers. Upon seeing you, he livens up. Oh, hello. Please, could you ask me, could you ask me how I... What? No. No, I'm not getting scammed by this man. Let's see. How do you know that? Did you know that the computer literacy went from 0 to 1% in the Waste in the last year? And it's not all because of the meeting automated computerized turrets and on old military bases. No, the digital age cometh, and it goeth. A technologically illiterate person could start saving money in the most digital way there is. How do you do that? Easy. Do you have any, say, 1,000 rubles? If so, I would gladly trade those for... The man searches the pockets of his robes while wearing a long, happy grin. For this pine cone! It's smaller than a wad of cash, and no bandit will ever think to steal it. But between you and me, its price will be 1,000 rubles. And any other cryptocurrency dealer will see it as 1,000 rubles. This is how it all works. Huh. And how many take pine cones as currency nowadays? It does seem strange that your simple question makes the dealer take a step back and go pale. Well, currently it's just me. Although even I can only trade pine cones for rubles one way, meaning you won't get your cash back. But in the foreseeable future, many would take up cryptocurrency, more than 10% of the population. That's just the start. Here for the guys you stole from. You were talking about those masked barbarians, huh? We never stole from them. Their money is in a much safer place nowadays, and it will be spent in the glory of progress. Or for finding a new assistant for our cause. Entering the crypto market asks for commercial risks, and they knew it. That's not noble, making fools of people. Give the money now. Your aggressive manners are enough to make the man in the bathrobe stand back and hide behind his partner. Fine! No need for something as savage as a street fight. Here, a great compensation for a weak-minded pals. The questionable businessman hands over a wad of cash tied together with a pink ribbon. Nice. Okay, gained 1,000 rubles. Let's go, Pilulkin. These people are all enemies of progress in the digital revolution. See them run. Wow, so what happened? Got your money back. My brother. And I thought my children will walk around our village home, looking at my head stuck on a pike. Thank you so much. The man shakes your hand and his partner gives you a tight hug. We shall never forget this. If you're ever in our neck of the woods, we will help you no matter what. And here, have this gun. Rivad didn't want to give it up, but he will now, since you're such a great person. Thanks for the gun. Oh, we got a rusty rifle. Great. Locked. Drat. Let's see here. Can someone check the options real quick? I'm kind of curious how many we have in Persona all of a sudden. Okay, we can't do much here at this point. Got a quest. I guess we go to Ochernoi. We have a log in Persona 5. And hello, Wutata. I remember you. You ended up joining from Potato's stream, right? How are you doing, my friend? Let's see, ambush by bandits? Perfect. We actually want to kill the bandits. That one has a... No, he's got a rifle. That's the problem. Okay, he's gonna go die. I don't care about the guys with the knives so much because they just don't do that much damage, but rifles do a lot of damage. We've got 2 guns. Oh wow, that one's got some armor. Try and knock him down. Oh, Fidel died. Oh, I think we're gonna follow suit pretty soon here. These bandits were a lot better equipped than I was expecting. Just woke up. Good naps. Thanks for the follow, man. Hope you like Fallout because there's going to be a lot of Fallout today. I suppose you could say that you fell out of your bed and are now here. I'm sorry. That was I make terrible jokes. I try to make jokes, but they never seem successful. We should sell that rifle. Because we just got a rifle, but the rifle is without a doubt just worthless. Yeah, 6 to 10 damage. That's nothing. 153 though. Guns are big. If you can find guns and sell them, they're a good source of income. The problem is actually killing people when all you've got to your name is punching is not easy. Still owes me a little bit of money. Nice. Okay. Hey, you? There we go. You should be more or less at full health again. You do indeed love Fallout? Oh, you'll like this then. This is actually a really well done fan game. Well, I shouldn't call it a fan game because it is actually very much Fallout. It's its own game, very much. Oh wow, we need hunger. Let's heal up a bit. There's a couple of added features, like as you can see, you can eat. There's a 300. Come here. It's got almost identical combat problems to Fallout, kind of funnily enough, which is just that it turns out that starting as melee is still incredibly hard unless you start as just like a pointed stick. I enjoy the Fallout classics. Yeah. I like the later Bethesda ones, but as they've gone on, I've liked them less and less. This is something that Ferret ended up throwing at me because he knew that I liked the series and actually had done an entire stream of the series at some point. Like, let's see, Fallout 1, 2, 3, 4. I skipped New Vegas just because I've played that one too much. I don't think I can do a good stream of it anymore. Ambushed by bandits. Let's see if we can actually pull this one off. Usually there's one bandit that actually has a good weapon. Oh no, no. Oh wow, he got 21 on him. Is it just the one bandit? No, it's more than just the one. Okay, Emperor's Eyes. Nope. Oh, it's a crowbar. A crowbar. There we go. Good stuff. Yeah, I've played Fallout 2. Fallout 2 for a long time was one of my favorite games. It wasn't my favorite game, like just my all-time favorite game. That was Morrowind, up until Prey came along. And then Prey took that place. Freaking love Prey. Prey's a great game. Oh, where are you going? Are you going for a weapon? I think he's going for a weapon. We are also cannibal, which is really nice because it means that every human gives meat. Which, please kill him. Please. Oh god. No, come on. We were so close. He was the last one. I was talking about how this has the exact same problems as the original Fallouts. This is what I'm talking about. I remember having this issue with Fallout Nevada as well, which was the fan-made Fallout game, which is still decent. I wouldn't say that it's as good as Fallout 2, but Nevada was at least decent. We were so goddamn close. Getting knocked down is just dead. They might as well just instant kill you if that happens. I say that having survived 2 instances where I've been knocked down. Okay, so bandits are more common around here, it looks like. You know the really dumb thing? Is that Morrowind was so good back then. Now looking at it, boy, it does have problems. Oh yeah. But that's kind of what makes it still playable, is just that you can exploit it so hard. It's a game that was fun because of how broken it was. And I feel like Bethesda took that way the wrong way. I don't know. I honestly don't know. It'll depend very much on what'll happen for the next long plays. Also, I don't know when the next long play stream is going to be, because usually I do what do you call them? Usually I end up doing streams with, or not streams, I do D&D sessions on that day. So, I don't know. Your voice did change when you spoke about her. Comrade Kovalov shivers as he hears your word. He then pouts and begins talking in an academic manner. I was a good friend of her parents, back before the wars, back before she was born. She grew up with our village, and she is very close to it. Same kind heart, same sad look. She's like a daughter to me, the last reminder of her mother and father, my friends. But that's not the whole story, is it, Comrade Kovalov? Don't worry. You can tell me. Pour your heart out. That's quite a weight on your shoulders, you know. Quite the weight. The head rubs his gray temples. He says nothing. After a few long moments, he straightens. His face looks flushed. His lips are pressed tightly together. Gotcha. She is my daughter. What a twist! I knew her parents for a long time. I served together with Vasya's father. I lost all contact with him after that. He was just disappeared from the radar. And then suddenly he showed up in my town with his wife. He was transferred here for some engineering work. Oh, hi, Malarkey. And I already worked as a detective within my militia back then. Fought crime. We became friends, very much indeed. What I might end up doing, Spectact, is I might start a second list that is specifically for the long play streams. And instead of having that one be votes, it's just going to be, what do you guys want to see for this long play stream? Because I already have 2 on that list, which is Aperture Tag and Forgotten Anne. Soon after Vasya was born, his dad even wanted me to become his godfather. It was common practice for intelligentsia back then. Regretfully, I declined. He was always on the road because of his job. Went to Krasnodar, to Novorossiysk, Russian name, Stavropoulos, everywhere. His wife waited for him, but life can get very boring in such a small town. She was a very smart woman from a good family. Because of her, I read Hemingway and Remarque and all the other great classics. Comrade Kovalov starts rubbing the bridge of his nose, fatigued. It seems that for a man so used to speaking with short, clear phrases, it's very difficult for him to speak at length about such a delicate topic. I fell in love with her. Never told anyone, not friends. I couldn't even admit to it myself. But once, I visited her when her husband was away. We sat quietly for a time, and it became so lonely, so sad, inside my very soul. I never had a family. My parents died in World War II, and I never had a wife. Only my job. I don't know. I just looked out the window, and there was that moon. I looked at that moon as if I was enchanted by it. What moon was like? That moon was like a window into another life, where everything was all right. Understand me, please. Yeah, like that'd be transferred over. Like it would almost be guaranteed to be the first one on the list right now. Jesus, Pikmin 2 has really been rising. The old man looked out the window, transfixed. Why can I not read right now? The old man looks out the window, transfixed, as though seeing not the dusty wall of the nearby shack, but that same enchanting moon. And then I turned to her. You know, she had that look in her eyes, a deep, piercing look, as if she understood me at that very moment, understood everything about me and about herself. We were thinking in unison, it seems. And after that, all happened on its own. And then Katya was born. I wanted to tell the truth about everything. But then the bombs fell, epidemics started, and the time for talking had passed. Many people died those first days. Vanya's parents were among them. First he died. 3 days later, she followed. Why didn't you tell Katya? Why would she need to know the truth? Let her think her parents died back then. This new information could hit her very hard. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Still, I would like to hope this story stays between us. Comrade Kovalov straightens his jacket. It seems that his usual mood is back. There is no more moon outside the window. All right. I should go. Pikmin will go from the 9th to the 1st. Whoop. I would actually like to talk to him about his wares so that I can see what I can buy from him. That's a club. A quality zip gun. Huh. Only a true pro can detect it. Tin can. For the 1 ruble. Trying to keep my inventory small. Right now we're at 40 kilograms. It would be at 450 logs. You're good with this. What's currently next on the list after Adam? I wonder if we can talk to Katya about this. Katya, I want to tell you something. There's this thing where, well, you see Comrade Kovalov, he's your father. The girl starts giggling, but when she sees you're not joking, she becomes very serious. It's not funny, you know. A joke is a joke, but don't say it like you mean it. Kovalev, my father. That's crazy. I never lie, except all those times I lie. Oh, it's gonna be great. Drama. Oh, it's gonna be great. Boop. Oh, I don't even know whether to believe it or not. Someone said you are my father? If those words flew out, there's no turning back. Oh, what a shame. What a terrible shame. It is true, honey. It really is true. But why did you hide it from me all these years? Unless it's the next series. Well, what can I say? I've been in a relationship with your mother. It was only once. A crime of passion, a sin. But I always respected your father and your mother. After what happened, I couldn't find the strength to tell you. I have almost no memory of my parents. I was too little when they died. You raised me and my brother yourself. That was the least I could do. But now I don't even know how you will feel about my help. Now that my cowardice has become known to the public. Could you forgive this old fool? Sure I can. Why not? This is foolish. You were always like a father to me anyway. It's just so sudden. It's too much. I don't know what to say anymore. This is nice. Not Mother 3. Oh, come on, Toma. You'll get over it. By the way, I did actually take a look at Golden Sun, and I was looking at some of the reviews of its story, and while the game itself is reviewed very well, it seems very cliche. Also, I did actually take a little bit of a look at the synopsis, which is just, We just told her that he's actually her father, and we are acting like the Larry King, just invading privacy. Cool. Really? So, I got news about your sister. But I'm not gonna tell you. No, I'm gonna go and try to kill some bandits because those bandits are good money and food. If I actually survive a bandit hunt, then we're just fine. Because 4 bandits will feed me for a week. By the way, we're a cannibal. I should probably point that out right now. We are a cannibal. We are horrible, horrible people. But you know what? It's them or me. And they are made of meat. And I like eating meat. So, sue me. Yeah, it's kind of what I was looking at it for. Yeah, he's completely fine with me eating people. It's great. He's actually helped me a couple of times. Just amazing. Okay, let's see here. That is Maiden Spring Farm, right? That is actually the one that I need to deal with. Yeah, that is. Okay. I was right. We are also a black belt, which means that our... So if you look at my character list, you may notice we have 1s in all of these. I can get those higher. It's not feasible to. It's completely not feasible to. Like, ranged weapons are straight bad for me. Ooh, what's this? This is new. Oh, we got some people. Yup. You notice a group of suspicious men in the clay shore. You take a more cautious step when all of the gathering turns to you. Silence falls, full of tension, until a hoarse, muffled voice of one of the gloomy men breaks it. Looky here, a witness. Then you notice a man standing in the pier, or on the pier, with a huge concrete block hanging on his neck. You've obviously become an involuntary witness to a lynching. Attack! Although, you know, we're evil. Technically, I would help them most of the time. This man has a gun. Can we get over? Yeah, we can't get over to him. These guys have... Oh, God. These guys have good weapons. Yeah, really good weapons. We are 99% dead. Yep. Okay, that's not happening anytime soon. I'm getting so tired of being killed this easily during combat. It's not even that melee is bad, it's just we're bad. Like, our character is just straight awful. And pretty much everyone is in a better spot than us. What are you doing, guys? What does it look like? Preparing to finish this guy, and you're clearly not wanted here, buddy. What are you talking about? I'm one of you. How come you're one of us? I've never met you before in my entire life. Are you lying, pal, or bluffing? I'm an honest gangster. I don't like this sort of crap. Nice! I'm not lying. I've come here specially to check what's going... what Blah, 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 blah. I've come here specially to check how you're getting on. Why can't I read things today? It might be the text size. Well, maybe. Who sent you here? Was it Beard? This sounds like a double. I don't know anyone by the name of Beard. Are you trying to play with me? It doesn't square. What do you mean you don't know Beard? Ow. Balls. Oh no, he missed. Yeah, no. Okay, so apparently Beard was a good... Oh no. Jesus, how shit can you get? You want to see Chrono Trigger? I might be able to do Chrono Trigger at some point. See, I've been playing it kind of on the side for a little while now, but I still haven't gotten that far into it. Dickhead. Who does he think he is? A big boss? The man adjusts his gas mask, annoyed. Puts his hands on his hips. Okay, so what does he want? Like, see how we're coping? Wants to make sure everything's alright and you're not causing any unnecessary mayhem. The huge guy nods in the direction of their captive, who hunches on the wooden pier. We're arranging for this guy a hot date with a lake fish. What's he done to deserve the punishment? Strange you don't know. Well, he wanted to pull out of the job, and everyone knows you only leave this kind of job when you kick the bucket. But this shit of a man doesn't even need a bucket. Now that's new. Why is he yours all of a sudden? Need to question him? The huge guy turns to look at his accomplices, who shrug in reply. Eventually, he turns back to you and waves his hand angrily. When he speaks, you can clearly hear he's offended. Ah, to hell with him. Take this piece of crap. Let's go, man. I don't want to spend too much time in his company. Don't want him to look lame. Wow, that actually worked. Okay, sweet. The man kneeling with a mustache and traces of a severe beating on his lean face shifts his weight uncomfortably. From time to time, he casts a wary look at the huge concrete block that stands at his side, tied up to his neck. If the block falls into the water, whatever depth, the man is doomed. Thanks, man. You have saved me. Look, can you also untie me? I'd be extremely grateful. Okay, first tell me why they wanted to kill you. They are bastards. They're sick. First they beat me up, a humble traveler, and then they wanted to drown me. Beasts. Untie me, man. I'll tell you everything down to the tiniest detail. I don't feel like telling anything to anyone while I'm tied up. That mustache, yeah. So what do you guys think? Should we push him into the water anyway? I think I'd be fine with that idea. We are bandits after all. Got a role play. I mean, granted, we're nice bandits. We're not like most other bandits. Well, okay, no, that's not true. I punched a guy while he was already down. Then I kept punching him. Then I kept punching him. Don't give me orders or I'll kick that block off to the water and you're done. I got it, man. Don't get mad. I hope for your mercy. Well, then you put all your eggs into the wrong basket. Oh god, we actually can. Then push him in. Alright then. For a second you see the man's eyes, wide with terror. Then with a loud splash, he disappears into the lake. For a minute, the surface above the place where he's fallen is disturbed by bubbles. And then the water goes quiet again. Yeah. We gained 1 experience point for that. There's no such thing as karma in this place. Either way, it was going to die. Either way, I'm happy about the outcome of that. We made some bandits look like fools. Good stuff. We need to eat. Yep. And now I'm totally going to tell that story to my bandit boss. A win on all ends. I'm very happy with that. Once we actually get the ability to, you know, survive attacking a caravan, we are 100% raiding caravans. Also, hang on a moment. Should be an Ocherdnoy. Truly, cultisti lupus est. Damn it, we just came from Ocherdnoy. Whatever, maybe we'll see something that we can kill and loot and eat. We can eat pretty much anything aside from robots, I guess. What I should be doing is killing travelers, but that's actually pretty hard to do when you only have your fists. Alright, where are we looking here? They should be close by, supposedly. Oh, wow. It must be fixed. Yes, that's why I'm interacting with it. How? Let's see here. There should be an Otranoi, but I'm not seeing them. Also, let's talk to Katya. Hey, Katya. How's your relations with your father? I still can't believe Comrade Kovalev is my father. I really can't. But I'm so happy that I know the truth. He is happy too, I think. And my brother took the news even better than I. Amazing. Simply amazing. When one door closes, another opens, as they say. And it's all thanks to you. Thank you so much. Neat. That's just my only response. It's just neat. Good on you. Can we speechcraft this guy into actually helping the bandit now? Not my problem, young man. Next time, don't promise what you can't deliver. Sometimes to save a life, it's not enough to simply give medicine, Doc. The doctor looks at you with an ironic smile, which soon fades. The doctor is starting to consider your words. Damn you to hell, young man, but I'll do it. Even though this goes against everything I believe in, I will do it not for the dying bandit, but for you, out of respect, and because otherwise you will suffer for simply telling these people you would try to persuade me to help their friend. Go ahead to the bandit encampment. I will follow you soon. Just need to pack my medical supplies first. Thanks, Doc. We actually did manage to convince him. Kind of surprised about that. Learn to digest metal. We have so much scrap metal. If I could digest metal, that would make my life so much easier. I mostly use scrap metal for crafting, but that's pretty much it. It's also the heaviest crafting ingredient to carry around, so I try to keep it low. One of these days, let's just mess around with the crafting recipes, but it's hard to find them on your own. That's really cool, though, that we actually managed to convince him with another stat. And you had to fail one stat check to get that stat. Meet the scavengers. Where are they? Over here. One of them's got a rifle. One of them's got a gun. Both of them. Oh god, no. Gonna try and come up behind them this way. If I force them to come into close range, then we might be able to win this. Oh, that's a burst fire. Nice! He missed. Critical failure. Multiple critical failures. Is he dead? No, he's just really hurt. Okay, good, good. At this rate, they're gonna run out of ammo. Stop that. Okay. He's trying to shank me. Oh, this is very good. Oh, he's also trying to shank me. This is the best hunt we've done in a long... Oh my. Oh, look at all the ammo he had. Look at all the stuff he had. We actually managed to survive that. Oh, okay, that was 2 people who died on the same spot. Okay, got it. Either way, that's really good. Okay. And Fidel didn't actually take that much damage either. Custom sawed-off shotgun. Uses... It does use pistols. Which is what Fidel is good at. Requires shot rounds, which we now have. One of these days I gotta figure out how to actually make shot rounds. Actually, I'm gonna keep these and then sell them the next chance that I get. Because none of those are better than what he's already using, which is actual good weaponry. These are all self-made. Either way, that was a very good hunt. And we actually got a fair amount of meat out of it too. Now we're just going to rest. Make some food. And heal back up. Each human is worth 3 roast meat. So killing 3 humans gets me more than enough to heal all the way back up to full. Since it heals around 15 each time. Got that going for me at least. I'm never going to run out of food. Kind of happy about that. Now we just need to find someone to sell those weapons to, and we'll be solid. Yep, pretty much. And considering that we are a bandit, there's always going to be people to kill. Hello? Are you the same man that I've met earlier? I'm like I'm in a dream, man. After they knifed me, I decided to treat myself with some tranquilizers, but yeah. What were you asking me? The man livens up slightly and gives you the semblance of a smile. You notice his teeth are rotten. Most are blackened, some are gone completely. Ever hear of the hypnotic toad? I was watching it on the TV. You know the channel Krasnoznameni uses to brainwash the local idiots? They lie about everything. Fake news, I tell you. Old media can't give us anything now, dude. Long live the thieves. What? What? Sorry. Tell me about this place. What? What you? What do you want from me? Quit messing with me, man. I'm guarding the base, you know. The base which is in the old factory? You think I'm some junkie? I'm guarding the factory. I've got duties, you freak. I have a duty to walk around, you know? And wait, what am I even doing? Oh, right, guarding the base. Can't you see? Neat. Sounds like that tranquilizer was not the best move when it comes to healing. Nice. I'm not repeating that. You know, they put a lot of work into making each of these characters their own thing. I'm pretty sure that each one has a specific rumor that they tell you. Alright. Doc Mikyoyan looks over the wounded criminal, or looks the wounded criminal over while packing his bag of medical supplies. When he notices you, he gives you a slight nod. Never thought I would be helping these kind of people of my own free will. Although, people are people. So why should it be? Why should us and these bandits get along so awfully? So we're of different professions and different creeds. All of us different people, have the same needs for medical attention. It happens, young man. Now let me do my job. Can't you see I am busy? Soon I will go back to the village. We'll talk there. Don't worry about my safety as well. The local banditry promised me an escort. Good to know. All right. A white-haired old man with a scruffy beard stands near you. You notice a wandering smile on his face. He nods to you. He looks at the man on the bench with a happy smile on his face. What a gift from destiny in my old age. Leonka, my pal, got fixed by the doc from the village. He had a hole in his gut the size of my fist, but still the doc cured him. He's like a son to me. How happy I am that he'll get better soon. We'll play cards, we'll play checkers. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want something, son? Huh. I can tell you like I told the warden the third time I got into prison. I'm a simple man, not a thief, not a bandit. Just a respectable old man. I am proud of this and I intend keeping to it. What are you busy with? In my old age, field work was not easy. I mostly help out with advice, but on some occasions I do something more action-oriented. I saw my ruffians in my time. I even acted like one many years ago. Lots of folk went to heaven because of what I did to them. But those 3 brothers that wanted to join us a few months ago, damn, they were complete savages. More than any bandit I've ever met. Even the young one was completely crazy. Dad sent him on a test mission. He didn't return from it, though. Or maybe we don't have crazy people like that joining our ranks after all. Oh, I know, the ones he's talking about. I'm better, man. I really am better. Only thing is, now I'm sleepy all the time. Must be the medicine. But I think I'm gonna be okay, you know? Thank you. And thank the doctor for me. I never thought someone would help me out like that. Hey, you need a reward, right? Sure you do, buddy. Check the end table near the bed. I asked the boys to put all my stuff inside it. It's all yours, man. All of it. Alright. That's some good stuff. Oh, man, look at that. Some ammo, some dice. Oh wow, he's got some dice. I think my gambling skill is absolute trash though. Yeah, 12. So, no. We are not going to be gambling for money. Not like we did in Fallout Nevada. For context, Fallout Nevada, I started my run with almost maximum gambling skill. Got to the first place that had a slot machine and immediately gambled my way to over 100,000. Turns out slot machines are theoretically infinite as long as you keep leaving and coming back every 3 days. Kinda neat. Alright, let's go back to town. That was a good deed we just did. Oh, we can rest. I didn't know you could do that. You've been ambushed by members of some murderous doomsday cult. If you won't do anything, they will surely attack you. Stop that. This one has armor. I'm gonna go for the one with the gun. Crossbows are difficult to hit with because they're... Ah, nice! Ah, shit. Okay, I'm gonna go. I think he's dead. Oh, come on. It's so hard to keep people alive these days. Let's load the autosave. I am gonna see if resting actually restores follower HP though. Like I think it does. I just didn't know that this was where the rest was. Need to make camp before you can rest. Got it. Yeah, that restores follower HP. Okay. Alright, later, Spec. Thanks for watching, man. Hope to see you again tomorrow. Which, it might be more Monster Hunter, it might also be Subnautica. I haven't decided. Yeah, my, what do you call it? The sanity days are always a bit weird because I'm not really sure what to play on them. Okay, so the cult should be in Otradnoy, but they're not. So I don't know where they are. Toadstool, toadstool. Toadstool. Looks like the corn's growing pretty well. Oh, here they are. That's some good hair. Achoo. Which moron is just sneeze? You're all ill. Who knows what and... Wait. What? I scored away this contagious person. Oh my god, it's a purity cult. The name of the great one is Varna Banana Devi Christu. I'll be here all day. Telepathis. I guess this technically counts as watching. I wonder when she'll start repeating. Okay, there's she. Devi Christu is telling the assembled disciples about the harm of cleanliness. From time to time, the woman casts a quick glance in the direction of Ochudnoy and frowned. As she notices you, she stretches out her arms to you with a big smile on her face. Yes, yes, come to Varna Banana Devi Christu, the ill and the lame of all places. She will not disdain you, and she will not turn her full moon-like face away from you. Ah, I remember you. Never mind. In my universal wisdom, I will accept your company too, wandering child, even though you are a greedy creature. If you wish to drink from my wisdom for the second time, you take the right of the first sip from the recent converts from Ochudnoy, whom I can't see yet, and whose hypocritical authorities refused my request to give a lecture on the harm of hygiene. I haven't fit through their narrow like a needle hole gates, but many did hear my words and threw their brooms and aprons away in the name of uncleanliness. Beat the knee. Wow. Sneeze loudly. You sneeze loudly in the general direction of Varna Banana. The woman jumps away from you with a squeal, trying to cover her nose and mouth with a wide sleeve of her outfit. What's this? That's the second time now. That's the second time that they're trying to give me an infection. Sneeze at my own home. Deal? Public places are meant for healthy and fit citizens. God forbid this hobo has a flu or worse. Come on, let's get out of here. Huh. There's nothing left to do in this sinkhole, guys. Let's go to the moonshiners to preach to them about the harm of vodka. Anywhere is better than here. Which moonshiners? I already know. There's only one group of moonshiners in this area. Alright. Neat. Oh, he's got a dog bed. Hello, doggo. Alright, let's also sell off some of the material that we have here. Sell that and that. And especially those. Got some good stuff here. And pretty much all of it's going to get sold. Nice, 427. That was probably the most profitable bandit raid I've had in a while. I have no interest in using dice. I may have a lot of luck, but the odds are very much stacked against me. Alright, let's see here. Let's eat before we leave. Alright. Let's see. More roast meat. I should probably sell the canned meat, honestly. It's worse than roast meat, and I'm never gonna run out of roast meat. Well, it's very unlikely that I'm ever going to run out of roast meat. You know, what with the eating of humans and all that. Nah, don't need to walk to meet the caravanners. Oh, right. Whatever. We'll go talk to the Drunken Lair first. Because these are the moonshiners I'm pretty sure they're talking about. Actually, I should be meeting with the caravanners just in case they have body armor. Because, let's be honest here, body armor is pretty good. You've been ambushed by bandits. Okay, what do we got? I see 1, 2... What have you got? You got a knife. Possibly one in the home as well? Nope. Okay, so it's just the 2. That we might be able to do. Oh, he's got a shotgun. Hey, nice. He doesn't have much HP. Oh, we crit. Very happy about that. Where's the other bandit? There he is. Hiding behind a tree. Sir, I would like you to come out, please. There we go. Actually kind of neat that they have AI that just tells them to hide. Nice. Okay, so we got a rusty knife, which I guess is what he was using. Some more scrap metal. We can probably sell some scrap metal after this. He had a pipe rifle, not a shotgun. And a khaki scarf. Neat. And I happen to know that this house is lootable. And almost always contains a randomized basement. Yep. Which in this case happen to have bandits. I regret everything. Actually pretty good bandits. Yeah. Okay. Oh shit, there's a lot of them too. Oh yeah, no, they do good damage. These guys are very heavily equipped. I don't think we can kill them. Well, load that autosave again. Was this? Already looted it. Bathroom doesn't have anything. Car. Nope. Yeah, no. That's just asking for trouble. Yeah, I'm glad that we've at least managed to get something out of that fight. Nothing amazingly valuable, but nothing, you know, easy to make. Back up to full health. Pretty much any time that HP is missing, I should be healing using food. Okay. Been ambushed by members of a murderous doomsday cult. I wonder how fine we'll be. He's slightly injured. Okay, so he's got a rifle. Got one man with a pistol. If he's got a rifle, he's usually going to run out of ammo for it pretty quickly, so I'm not going to bother actually dealing with him. Instead, what I will do, I'm going to try and kill this man. Because he's almost dead already. Yeah, he's moving in for... Oh god. Stop shanking me. What are you doing? Stop it. Stop it with the shanking. Oh shit, that was another one I didn't see. Oh god. Every time you get knocked down, you just instantly die. Why do they always capitalize the U in your? Like, Jesus fucking Christ. It more just bothers me that you almost always just go unconscious and can't get back up. This has a bunch of tiny spiders. This is just XP. This actually has no purpose other than just being XP. Yay, bitty spiders. They're still bigger than pretty much anything you'll see these days. Itsy bitsy spider. Use ammo on the spiders. Punch them. Like that. fine. Probably should give him all the ammo I've got, actually. He's still going through a lot of this. Actually, not sure. This is 4 to 10, this is 5 to 12, so yeah, that is better. And he automatically equips the best weapon in slot. Alright, Drunken Lair. Here we go. I assume this is where they are. I can... Ah, yeah, here we are. I love the synchronized animation. Just swaying. I mean, I've been an alcoholic twice and it's been fine. The esoteric woman you've known for quite a while now is standing there, slouching and looking in the direction of the hapless moonshiners while mumbling a sad song. Varna banana is a sad fruit. Nobody's her follower or friend. She wanted to save the world, to bring some joy to the kids. But all people want is to drink and drink. As she notices you, the woman flinches and quickly regains her usual energy. Oh, hello, child. Tell me, did my words about the harm of alcohol rid you of alcohol slavery? Judging by your face and complexion, you're still a slave yourself. Varna Banana flinches. Suddenly she's no longer a tired, lifelorn woman that she seen a minute ago, but a furious viper. Yes, my blood is often confused with wine due to the words of my previous incarnation. Varna Banana would never dilute it with ungodly spirits. Huh. Go on, Blow. If I'm wrong, I'll apologize. How dare you! Well, maybe I took a bit of the pathetic moonshiner's deathly potion, but only to show my students the horrible effects alcohol has on one's soul. Devi Christus shamefully lowers her eyes and moves away from you just in case. I take my disrespectful words back, mistress. I believe you. A wide smile inadvertently appears on the cult leader's face. Your words fill my heart with joy. And for a moment I forgot that my sacred mission of catching the nimble human souls in the sea of sin ended in a brisk but still failure. Devi Christu dusts her relatively white clothes with dignity. Now you too are one of my students, even though your path to the sparkling truth was thorny. We are We're done in this deplorable place, and in fact, wasteland dwellers are not ready for my cosmic wisdom. Our tour is over, and we're going back to Krasnozna. The cult leader nods to you, turns around, and starts to walk away. Her grim congregation is following in her footsteps. I guess I can report to Mushroomer. Huh. And we got a level out of that, which I'm throwing into Speechcraft. Because Speechcraft has been an infinitely more useful skill than any combat skill. Also, if I was going to attack someone, it's probably better that I be directly in front of them and, you know, talking to them. We'll try this farm again, see if we can't actually figure out what happened to the three brothers. I just want to know, man. I don't need to kill you guys. The tone of your voice seems to have a soothing effect. The lad lowers his rifle, still uncertain, almost letting it out of his hands as he does so. It's hard to believe, man, but I can see you're not lying. If you want to have a rest or have some goods to trade, you can come in. Father will see you. Terrific. But some guys have sent me here to ask about a group of missing people. What people? You think it's a guest house? There's no one but my family here. Yeah, the guys who have sent me here think otherwise. Group? I'm telling you, you're harping on like a parrot. There's no one here, never was. Come on, come in if you want. Ask Father himself. No one has passed by or stopped by. You're too nervous for a person who doesn't understand what he's talking about. Will you answer a couple of questions? Lad looks at you suspiciously. Your conversational skills clearly fail to impress him. Alright. Sure. At least he's not shooting me this time. Should be noted, I actually have pretty much the highest HP at this point, too. Okay. You see a sturdy, broad-shouldered man in his 40s. He's wearing a long, hand-embroidered shirt and homespun trousers, girt with a rope. His face hasn't seen a razor for quite a while. It looks sullen, unfriendly, hardened by long days of work. However, everyday chores are not the only thing that has left a trace on his face. You see his eyes are full of some inexplicable sadness. Nothing but a true grief could have caused this. The man notices you staring at him and snorts, annoyed. I don't know what stories my offspring has told you, or what you have told him to make him let you in out of ignorance. But we don't like travelers here. We're not a guest house, so spit it out and let's say goodbye to each other. Relax, man. If you don't start prying first, I will mind my own business. Let's just talk. The farmer stares at you for several seconds, then casts a quick glance towards the shed, where a rusty scythe is waiting in the wings, resting on the unpolished floor, or unpolished door. He does a quick calculation in his mind, and only after speaks again. Don't try to scare me. Hold yourself together, and perhaps we'll have a chat indeed. There's not much fun in this place. I can see you're a big and happy family. Why are you so sad then? For some reason, your remark hurts the farmer. He answers through gritted teeth, never letting his piercing gaze off you. What do you suggest I do? Pull a stunt? We're trying to run a farm here, in case you haven't noticed. And it's not as if there are plenty of workers. One pair of man's hands for the entire household. The farmer looks askance at the lad hunched up at the gate, who, neglecting every Warcraft rule, leans on the rifle as if it were a crutch, or uses the barrel to draw some patterns in the dirt. Well, that's clear. It's not easy for anyone these days, but maybe something's happened. The fact you're concerned about his problem doesn't seem to ameliorate. I don't know how to say that word. That's... Huh. Quite the contrary, it annoys him slightly. I don't get it. Why do you care? Whatever happened is my responsibility. Me and my family's. Have I asked for your help? Then don't pester me with your question. Listen, I'm asking out of curiosity. I can help. The farmer looks at you with ill-disguised contempt. You help me? That's a lie. Solitude and isolation can become a problem for some people. You, for example, have lost the ability to believe in humankind. Isolation makes you naive, not distrustful. My issue with the world stems from being exposed to it for a long time, not from being ignorant. This is where I totally agree with you. The world's a dumpster and people are garbage. Your words, not mine. The world's not a dumpster, neither are people garbage, as you put it. But there's enough outlaws on the earth. That's it. Now get out of here. This conversation has reached a deadlock. Man, anyone can see you're suffering. Get it off your chest. Come on. Okay. Our daughter, Masha, died. She was killed. Get it? They just killed her, those thugs. Don't ask me who they were. I don't know who or why. They were just beasts. So we haven't been in the best of moods recently. My condolences. Tense and motionless, the man's face could compete with a statue. He looks at you, annoyed, gloomy, slightly resentful. Doesn't seem the least bit enthusiastic about the idea. Obviously, he's mellowed enough to listen to your questions, but nothing more. I'll be honest with you. I was sent to find someone. So what? Go search. And if that's what you were sent out to do, thank God the woods are vast. Maybe you'll find your loss. Why have you come then? I think I've told you we're not a guest house. We have enough mouths to feed and don't need more. We don't accept lodgers, neither do we need servants. We're coping as we are. I said I was looking for someone. How can you deduce that how have you deduced I was talking about more than one person? The farmer shudders when you marvel at the fact he's aware of the number of Dan's missing envoys. These are tough times, man. You understand. Who would travel alone these days? Madmen. No one else. So it means the guy you were looking for also traveled in a group. But I haven't seen anyone, nor have my children. As for the wife, she hasn't left the yard for a month now. Still, I think you misspoke. And not guessed, friend. Listen, let's be honest. Speech is serving me well. We got more than 100 experience at this point. The farmer hesitates for a few seconds before sighing deeply and dropping the next phrase. He avoids your eyes while speaking. To hell with you. About a week ago, maybe more, I saw 3 guys. They were passing my land in the woods. Looked like heavy drunkards, all of them, even the young one. Or at least I thought he was the youngest. Hey, Walladiel, how you doing? We are actually getting into the real meat of this game right now. The dialogue. But you know what? I'm glad that they actually spent a lot of time on the dialogue. This has been more speech checks than I've seen in a long time in a single conversation. I do not have time for such jerks as well as for the people who look after them. Perhaps because they're such good buddies. So I told you nothing. Now hurry to catch up with them. You need to go to the east. Emphasis on die. What, are you not a fan of the heavy dialogue of these sort of games? Yeah, my speech is just destroyed lately. I feel like there's something in my brain that occasionally just breaks. Okay, let me be blunt. I'm looking for 3 brothers, criminal folk, that were going to visit you and then disappeared without a trace. Your companion crosses his hands on his chest and looks at you apprehensively, squinting a bit. Ah, not a good sign. I don't know any 3 brothers. Seen nothing of them. Why do you care so much? Are you the 4th? Oh, my condolences then. I've never seen them myself. It's Dan who's bothered. The name of the criminal boss from the plant startles the man. He seems to know who you're talking about. Dan? What does this ghoul from the old factory have to do with it? What's his role here? He's the one who sent them here to collect some money from the debtor. Beads of sweat appeared on the man's forehead. Did he? Did he indeed? So he... for me... he sent to collect... and... The farm owner lapses into incoherent mumbling. Then he clears his throat and continues. And how were they going to do it? If I understand Dan correctly, he doesn't go for violence right from the start. He told them just to have a serious talk with you. The man is silent for a long minute, and then bursts into laughing. One hell of a talk it was! Yeah, great talk, couldn't be better. I thought you knew about those guys. The farmer looks at you with undisguised rage and contempt. His broad, strong hands are shaking. Well done, you. Do you want a medal? You'll get one. A lead one between your eyes. August, take aim. Wait. This is not what I came here for. A young guy, guard at the farm's gate, has already pointed his weather-beaten gun at you. He looks scared out of his wits, but definitely ready to blow your brains out, if need be. That is, of course, if he doesn't miss. See? You're just memeing. I get it. Dialogue. Well, we might be about to die. So in this case, it might actually come true. Okay, can you explain exactly what happened to you? The man flares his ox-like nostrils with rage. For a fraction of a second, you think he'll just jump at you without wasting words. But he regains control over himself and suddenly goes quiet. His shoulders droop. Those 3 bastards killed our daughter. Sons of bitches! We lowered our guard. We were too careless. We sent her to pick berries in the woods nearby alone, and this is where they... The farmer covers his eyes with his hands. His strong shoulders shake in silence. And then they had the nerve to come here, to this very house. Asked if they could spend the night here, and I allowed them. Such a moron. Such an idiot. I should have been worried about my daughter, and she It's just what she did before. Left for the night. He would stay at Petrovich's with the moonshiners. They wouldn't touch her. They'd protect her. Petrovich told me not to let her go like that. Now the man doesn't hide his tears. Suddenly he hits himself over the forehead with a fist. Such an idiot. Such a fool. Oh. And so these scumbags asked to stay the night. No shame. They said they wanted to go south to Krasnoznameni. Said they didn't like working here and wanted to try their luck at the big city. And then they offered my wife to buy a pendant. Masha's pendant. She told me. I went out to the yard where they put up their tent to ask what happened, but I didn't need to. I heard what they were talking about at the fire. About a girl in the woods whom they ravished and then butchered. The farmer lowers his eyes, red with crying. He clenches his giant fists. I killed them. All three of them. With a butchering knife. I cut the oldest guy's belly open, from the chest to the navel. The middle one, I cut his throat. And the youngest, I lifted him and smashed his head against the door frame. Like that. The man hits his fist against his open palm with a resonant sound. Smashed his head to pieces. The farmer lowers his hands and raises his absent gaze at you. He bites his lower lip in silence, looks utterly emaciated, as if the painful memories have drained his remaining power. Did you at least find Masha's body? He sighs deeply and nods without looking you in the eye. I did. Later, in the woods. There was just a handful of earth on her face and body. I made a proper grave for her. You must have seen it already, but I can't make myself visit the grave. What did you do with the bodies? The man waves apathetically in the direction of the pigsty. Pigs are not picky. They eat what you give. That's the proper burial for those three. Yeah, it's not easy. The farmer nods in silence. All his anger and vigor have disappeared, replaced by tiredness and lifelessness. I just want to give him a hug. Holy shit. I don't blame him. They deserve everything they got. There's a point when violence becomes senseless, and those brothers cross that point. There's nothing I can blame you for. You did the right thing. The man spits out to the side and shrugs. He's clearly recollecting himself. Oh, is Metro coming out? Or are you playing the games that aren't out yet? Oh, is it the first two games tomorrow and a bit on Thursday in preparation for Friday? Oh, is it this Friday it's coming out? That reminds me, I should actually consider... I'm probably going to do that as like a long stream. And just hope that I can get through it in a day or two. Because I really want to play that game. I've streamed the entire series on here. So, the first two games. And I feel like at this point I'm obligated to play the final one. If it is the final one, if they don't decide to keep going. The man spits out the side and shrugs. He's clearly recollecting himself. Right. I've told you everything. Now go. Report whoever you should report to. It doesn't matter. You can't escape your fate. Holy shit. That sort of shit's what I play these games for. Later, everyone. We're going back to our boss. He's probably going to demand something of it. Actually, we should probably check the pigsty. At least get some proof. You see a nice young girl in a simple calico dress and a beige coarse wool cardigan, blue-eyed and short-haired, skinny and graceful in her own unique way. The girl looks nothing like her sturdy, used to hard labor parents, whom you caught a glimpse of as you passed by the fortified yard. Dig through the pig shit? Yeah. They'll eat anything, right? The girl smiles at you shyly and quickly lowers her eyes. Apparently she doesn't often have a chance to talk to someone from the big world outside. Hello. That must be a mistake. If you have some business, you should go to Dad or Mom. It's my business who I choose to talk to. The girl blushes and steps away from you. Apparently your last phrase has been too acid for her taste. Why are you so harsh? I've simply told the truth. It's silly. I know I'm silly. And even if I'm not, I make no decisions here. Go to Mom or Dad. Why would you waste your time on me? Perhaps I'm a perfectionist. Okay. Well, you seem to have started on the wrong foot. No hard feelings. I had no quarrel with you. It was you who came up and started calling me names. Is this what they do in the big cities? Well, maybe. I never minded a chat in the first place. Never minded talking. Huh. Romance options. You're harshing your buzz, bro. I suppose my emotions just took the better of me. You see, I just found out what those bastards did to your sister, Masha. The girl flinches and instantly turns white. You see her hands are shaking slightly. She bites at her lower lip and looks at you, pain and despair mixed in her eyes. Don't talk about it. Please, I will simply stop speaking to you if you go on. I'm very sorry. If it's any consolation. Just don't, please. Can we not talk about it? Before you have time to respond to her outcry, she calms down. Her red cheeks imply she regrets her rude words. I'm sorry. I just really want to leave this thing behind. I'm not strong enough to live with this lurking constantly in the back of my mind. Try to understand, okay? And don't be offended. No hard feelings. Sure. Then I'd like to ask another question. You want to tell me anything interesting? Of your choice. The girl chuckles ironically and rolls her eyes ostentatiously. Well, that's one hell of a request. This is impossible, you know. Telling something interesting when the furthest you've been to in a year is a rusty sandpipe in the forest. Although, I can't tell you the story of my name. I always liked it. What's your name, by the way? Okay, what's everyone want us to name ourselves again? Our true name, by the way, is Ivan. This seems to be a running theme. Every time that people ask our name, we get a bunch of just not real names. This woman and her fancy $10 words. Hey, Cynical Fella, I was kind of hoping you'd show up for these sort of streams. Because ever since, I mean, this is basically Fallout. And I know you like the original series. Someone tried to remake it. Well, someone made something almost identical to it with a new story. You ended up just missing on a really awesome story that was told really well. They did the dialogue right in this game. They did the dialogue right. We could be Beetroot the Barbarian. Vladek Emasculator Krasinski. Buddhist terrorist Kama Sutra Dame. Serega Greywolf Volkov. Nice to meet you, Serega Greywolf Volkov. And I am Beetruta. Quite an unusual name, isn't it? Yeah, this has actually been something that was thrown at me. I did not even know this existed until someone threw it at me and was just like, play it now, and then I added it to the list. Thanks, Ferret. I know Ferret's around somewhere. This is the silliest name I've heard in my life. Play it now. Yeah. That's more or less what he did. He just bought it for me and then added it and a whole shit ton of logs on top of it. I think it was 600. It's been on top of the list because of that for a long time. This is the silliest name I've heard in my entire life. And this comes from a man called Serega Greywolf Volkov. Oh, I'm sorry. You're an evil, evil man. I wasn't just babbling, you know. It was leading to something. But you didn't even listen. And it's a nice story. When I was still in my mom's belly, a terrible drought came and burned down everything. Our orchard and our vegetable garden. Many animals died, too. Both in the stables and the woods. The only thing that lived was an autumn-sown beetroot that Dad hadn't even wanted to plant. So, we fed off it until October. Dad, Mom, August, Ma. And I in my mom's belly. The late autumn, when I was born, was the time when mutants started to come out of our forest. Dad shot quite a number of them, huge spiders and myrmics. And, you know, they don't go bad if you cook them properly. So they helped us to last until the next harvest. But Mom and Dad never forgot the gift of the beetroot. So when I was born, they called me Beetruta, after the vegetable that had saved their lives. You see, this is not some Serega Greywolf Volkov. This name has a story behind it. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. These are some really nice things. They put a shit ton of work into a lot of the dialogue. Every single character in the game has unique dialogue. It's so impressive. This is something that I haven't seen in years. Not just the quality, but the quantity. They hit everything. Okay. Have you learned anything? Oh, there are so many things I've learned from Mom and Dad. These jokers, moonshiners, tease me that my fiance won't feel any need for anything. I'm a good cook, although I don't like cooking, and no one else likes what I cook. I'm good at washing and cleaning up, and I can also shoot. Yes, I can. Father taught me, after I begged him for half a year, almost every day. If anyone shows his face here, I'll teach him. The girl racks the slide of an imaginary pump-action gun, pulls the invisible trigger, snatches the gun adroitly at the middle of the barrel, and blows off the smoke whiffing from the imaginary muzzle. Aren't you menacing? That's life. When I threaten Dad that I'll die of boredom if he doesn't show me the big city, or at least one of the trade settlements to the north, he says boredom is the price we have to pay for safety. Perhaps he's right, but I so want to see the world. This farm, it's a good place, don't get me wrong. We grow our own food. There's clear water running right out of our gate. But I've seen it all so many times. I've explored everything, touched everything. There's nothing surprising or new or interesting left here. Last winter, our neighbors, the ones who brew moonshine, brought us lollipops from Krasnoznameni. I'll never forget it. It was so beautiful, this red rooster on a stick. I took it in my mouth and sucked at it and burst out crying. Although it was tasty and sweet. But at the moment I realized I wasn't a little girl anymore. But until that day, a lollipop had been a thing from a book or parents' stories. How much more is there I've never seen or tried? I'm dying to know it all, to see it all. Experience is what comes with time. Travelers want to settle down, and people who have settled life dream of traveling. Won't people ever be satisfied? For a second, the girl thinks about what she's just heard, and then nods, convinced by your logic. True. A man can never have enough. Maybe I just can't be satisfied with what I have. This is the reason why we sometimes fight with Mom. Perhaps I should stop fighting about something so... how should I put it? Obvious. We live better than most people out there, I guess. Alright. I think she's a romance option, but our personality is not going to allow us to do that. She doesn't fit in Apocalypse. Hey, Ferret. I think that for the first time, Ferret, I can finally give this a recommendation after the quest that I just did. It's a really, really good quest. The funny thing is that each one of the Fallout games that I've played have had characters like her. From Tandy in the first Fallout game to... oh, who was it? Pretty much any follower, really, in the later ones. She's kind of a mix of a bunch of them. Reminders that life still goes on. Yep. This game has dialogue, and it's outright beautiful at times. I can't say anything better than that. It just really is well written. Sometimes there's a couple of strange translation issues, but nothing too big, and I can enjoy it enough. It's not like the ending of Nevada, which gets almost unreadable at times. This is honestly... today I felt something that I haven't felt in years, which was the satisfaction of reading a good book. And I didn't even get it from a book. Alright. Definitely needs to max that charisma and speech. I can tell investigating in all of those speech challenges will pay awesome dividends. Yep. I actually have been, basically every single level recently has been some amount of speech. The last level was entirely just leveling up speechcraft. They basically took the best part of Fallout, which was speech runs, and just made that the game. I really love it. It's so well done too. And it's not just that it's just you pass a speech check. You have to find the speech check. I've actually noticed that sometimes they'll hide them behind failing skill checks, which is fascinating. And the way that I think that navigating a dialogue tree should be done. You have to really read what you're telling people. It's the reason that I love the basically dialogue boss fights from the original Deus Ex. Or not the original Deus Ex, Deus Ex Human Revolution. Because it always felt really good to talk someone out of doing something incredibly stupid. Or to change their convictions by using the power of logic against them. It was a brilliant part of the game, and I'm sad that more games don't do it. And it's good to see it actually done here. At first you had to murder people? Yeah. I mean, you still had the dialogues, not really boss fights, but speech checks. And it wasn't as easy as just having a speech skill. You could do them without the speech skill, it just became harder. In front of you stands Grisha, the guy you saved earlier. A stool pigeon, or as he prefers to call himself, an infiltration agent from Ochudnoy. As he sees you, he greets you with a nod. Howdy, bro. Going to talk to Dan? Yeah, going to update him on the task. Cool. Seems that you're on the upswing. By the way, has he already rewarded you for saving me? Yeah, he has. That's right. You can say many things about him, but if there's one thing he's not, it's a swindler. He'll never con you out of money. Do you just want to chat, or do you come on business? Well, listen. Can you do me a favor? I have a problem, and I could really use your help. I promise you'll be rewarded. I know you're a man of business. Oh no, I'm not talking about those boss fights. I know about them. Believe me, I played it when it first came out, Walladeal. There were other dialogue options. Like, you actually had to convince people not to do things. It was very crucial that you didn't fail. So many players were going through stealth and dialogue, and the first boss comes around and pounded them to smithereens. Yeah, I was one of them. Believe me, I was one of them. Actually, you know what? Ferret, can you add Deus Ex, or the Deus Ex franchise, excluding 2, to the list? I guess Ferret's not around. Who is around? Alpha? Some mod. You all have the power. Oh, Soul King's wandered off. Okay. Well, listen, can you do me a favor? I have a problem, and I could really use your help. I promise you'll be rewarded. I know you're a man of business. Enlighten me. Grishka looks around and moves closer to you. Of course. Don't look. One Freyr, a merchant, owes me something that I need very much right now. He's an honest guy. I think he'll return it without making much fuss. But the problem is, I simply have no time to get to him. So I wanted to ask for your help. Why can't you get what's rightfully yours yourself? You see, it's tricky. This merchant is now in Paragon. It's a market fortress in the north, and I'm forbidden to enter this area. Well, for many reasons. I did nothing to deserve this, do understand. But if someone sees me there, I'm done. Grishka's mischievous smile will never light up the wasteland again. They'll finish me then and there. Any place at all where you're not banned from? You're not allowed to go to Ochernoi now, and Paragon appears to be out of bounds too. Yes, plenty, except for Krasnoznameni, of late. Now I only go to its suburbs. Once again, it's all because of the plotting. I haven't done anything wrong. Okay, what is it the merchant has to return? Oh, it's a small bag of precious stones that he owes me. I've already found a client who wants to buy them. But I can't get the stones. I'm at a deadlock. Okay. Be forever in your debt, bro. You're a saint. Has anyone told you this? If not, I'll be the first. So this is what you'll do. Go to Paragon, find a merchant named Ostap. I don't know his exact location, but he must be somewhere around the Old West. It's something of a main administrative building for them. Just tell Ostap that Grishka is asking to repay him. There shouldn't be any problem. That's it. Do you know how to get to Paragon? Neat. Now we know where Paragon is. I've gotten close to Paragon, but I've never seen the city itself. Krasnoznameni is also technically off limits to me right now because I can't pay the entrance fee, which is bullshit. It's 2,000 rubles. But it's not actually 2,000 rubles because it's like 20. Just the guard ended up raising the price. Here. So you find Ostap at the vessel in Paragon, ask him to return what he owes, and it's as good as done. You take the bag with precious stones from him and bring it back to me. I'll be in the Krasnoznameni suburbs, in the tavern called El Pollo Loco. Neat. Also, it's kind of an awesome thing in this. You may notice that I have a follower. He speaks during some of the dialogue. In fact, quite a bit of it. It's kind of awesome. They pulled a full Mass Effect here where they made everyone a part of the conversation. And I thank them for that. Anyway, let's talk to Dan. In front of you stands a tall man in dusty clothes with a leather holster at his belt. This is the local ringleader. He casts a quick glance at you and clicks his fingers. Ah, Ivan. What brought you here? Come to report. Found out what happened to the three brothers. The mobster shrugs without showing much emotion. All right. Report. Those three killed the farmer's older daughter and got what was coming to them. The father of the family killed all of them. Well, that's surely an oversight on my part. All right, answer me this. Do the farmers know who sent these three idiots? Yes. Well, that's quite tragic. But, oh well. If that's the case, they'll have to be disposed of. I think I'll assign this task to Baator and Silent Slayer. They are quite experienced. Wait, but the villagers aren't guilty of anything. They were trying to protect themselves. Do even the simplest things need to be explained to you? Listen, in these lands, I'm trying to create a real state out of these drunks and mud peasants. A state where I am going to be the only ruler. That's why I am teaching them total obedience. respect for the tax system, and adherence to basic laws. Therefore, disobedience is a punishable offense. Punishment is ruthless and brutal. The classic stuff. It's enough to have them grind their teeth during the lean years, but it's not enough to scare them away for good. So for all their hard work, I provide them with somewhat peaceful, quiet, and calm life. Will, however, scare them away, or what's even worse, turn them against me is my men, is a rumor that I sent out murderers to local farms to kill people for no reason. Damn it, if these idiots came back alive from their unauthorized absence, I would have publicly hanged them. But there's nothing I can do now. Shit happened. You can't turn back time. This family needs to be dealt with for the common good, and the faster, the better. I don't want to kill them. Not after what they've already been through. They killed the men. Oh, that sucks. I caused this. It's because I shouldn't have been honest. I shouldn't have told them who sent them. Fuck. I shouldn't have been honest with Dan. He probably would have found out eventually, but still. First mission giver? He basically is the same person. He fulfills the same role. Which stalker? Shadow of Chernobyl? Let's see. You know, actually it is kind of funny. I'm just considering how I've never actually played the Deus Ex series. Except for Human Revolution. I don't know if the latest game is actually worth bothering with. I know that the first one very much is, and I actually own it. I don't care about the second one. No one cares about the second one. Everyone wants the second one to just disappear. And for the most part, it has disappeared. You see, we don't want any ugly rumors surrounding our organization. Uglier than the existing ones, I mean. Otherwise, we'll be gone in a blink of an eye, and our current problems will become irrelevant compared to the hell that will break loose. Okay, just wait a second. Dan gestures you to be quiet for a while. He quickly writes something down in his notebook and finally acknowledges your existence. Listen here. You've completed the assignment, and you did well. I appreciate that. To start, here's your cut. The leader takes out a bundle of bills from his bosom and hands it to you. Denis Denisovich, you know, this wasn't an easy assignment. I had to use all of my diplomatic magic with the farmers to maybe a little raise in order. Dan smirks and shakes his head. Not gonna happen. Yeah, don't feed me beans, you damn Cicero. 700 rubles is the right price to pay for a joke like this. Alright, later, Walladeel. Thanks for watching. This will be going on for a while. I don't know how long this game is, but I'm really enjoying it. Fine. Whatever you have. You take the 700 rubles, and after quickly counting them, you nod to the boss. By the moment you've finished your sentence, the mob leader is going through his notebook, obviously looking for something he's written down in the past. He's not even listening to you anymore. Finally, he nods at you and hides his notebook back into his bosom. Oh, well. Fine. It's in the past, at least for now. At the moment, I have a different assignment for you. I think you'll be happy to know that unlike your previous task, this assignment is foolproof. Even a dog could do it. But with something, at least partially, resembling a human, it could take much less time. In just a few words, you need to scout out a certain place that everybody is talking about lately, but nobody has any useful information about. I'm talking about the so-called Roaring Forest, also known as the Rattling Forest or the Rumbling Forest. It has a lot more such names. Give me your map. I'll mark it for you. But it's all legwork after that. When you get there, look around, take a stroll in the neighborhood, talk to the locals, should there be any. Find out why the Roaring Forest roars, and that's it. Do you understand? What are the most widespread theories as to why it's roaring? An underground railway, a secret bunker of the Communist Party, mutants, magic, you name it. I'm inclined to believe that those are just the fluctuations of the Earth's surface. But I cannot be completely certain. Why are you interested in it? If the rumors are true, and there is a secret bunker or a laboratory or an underground railway, I want to get that place under my total control. It's simple, really. Huh. All right. Guess let's head out then. See, this is another thing that I miss. Quest lines. Actually good quest lines. I mean, you had stuff like this in Oblivion ages ago. Skyrim kind of had it. No, I guess Skyrim had it. But I guess... how to describe this? The quests don't seem to have anything to do with each other, and I appreciate that. They are, very literally, jobs. And I appreciate that when you are working for someone, you have a job to do, not an overarching goal to accomplish. Not every organization needs to be a pile of, I don't know, problems. It needs to just have a constant bulletin board. As long as the quests themselves are interesting, I prefer it that way. It's kind of the Witcher style, where you do have a bulletin board and you just pick quests off of it. We'll meet up, see what they got. We've got money to spend, we might be able to pick up some armor. If he has any. Doesn't look like he does, though. Get rid of some of the weight that we've got, too. Actual honest-to-God quest lines, though. It's so good to see again. I haven't seen it in years. Well... quest heaps is a better word. Then there's stuff like this, which is an unmarked quest, which is the reason I'm holding onto that journal, by the way. I'm not going to be using that. Toilet paper. Right now we don't want anything from him, so we'll just keep it to this. Well, let's see if we can't get into Paragon. Any... Also, I hear Paragon is the place to be for markets, so who knows? We might be able to find an upgrade to our weapon. I completely forgot we're wearing that stupid red nose. Oh, there's Paragon. Oh, sweet, wolves. Wolves are good. Because they're not that tough, but they are a very big reward. Looks like 3 of them? Yeah, 3 of them. I'll let them come to me. Just so that I don't have to wait. Ow. Ow. He's gonna do a lot of damage. That's the unfortunate thing about wolves. They're still not that risky, especially if you get just the 2 of them. Ow. I'm gonna back a little bit away. Yeah, because we can heal him. If I die, that's it. The bullets are a little bit costly, but... Ow. 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 These wolves didn't have any meat or really anything on them. That was not worth it. I will say that right now. Okay. That's a bit of a shame. Okay, so we're gonna eat, and then we're gonna rest. Excuse me. Oh, god damn it. Okay, we're at max. Ah, that doesn't heal him. Okay, that's unfortunate. Damn. I still don't get why you can't just go to a doctor and ask him to heal your party. Well, let's get over to Paragon. Hope we don't encounter any big problems in the future. We've at least got the money for medicine. Just tell them you're bandits. The factory bandits. A thin man with thick sideburns runs out to meet you at the entrance. He stretches his arms forward, clears his throat, and says, "Stop! As an official, I must inform you that you have to pay a fee to enter the merchant's camp." What do you mean a fee? "You can walk wherever you want, but you have to pay to enter the tent city or the ship, because we don't want any rabble to roaf around there." I don't know what I'm on about. "And who are you?" The man makes a pause, but quickly regains his composure and frowns, looking as serious as he can. "I am an official. As for my name, I'm bound not to tell it." That doesn't seem very official. So where can I obtain the pass? Tobacco smoke. Here, in our office. Dr. Filip Petrovich, the officer at the checkpoint. He's the one at the desk. And how much is it? Can I at least walk around without entering? Of course. But why would anyone want to? Unless he's a spy, of course. A gangster. Or one of the... We're not spies. Don't try to intimidate us. Hey, I'm just trying to explain how it all works here in Paragon. Huh. Well, we've got the money. A middle-aged official is engrossed in filling in some document. He uses an old-fashioned quill that he dips in a makeshift inkwell. Only after he finishes another paragraph does he raise his myopic eyes. Yes. Can I help you? Are you the one responsible for passes? The man clears his throat, puts the quill in a small plastic glass, and closes the inkwell with a jar lid. Yes, you're talking to the right man. I'm Filip Petrovich, the head of the pass service. Are you familiar with our prices? No. One pass is 30 rubles. You can get 5 passes for 150. Okay. No discount for buying a bachelor. You give the money to Filip Petrovich, who hides it in his desk. After that, he extracts a paper from a pile of forms and starts filling it in. At last, a final touch with a blotting paper, and with a satisfied grunt, the official takes a pass from an unassuming box. Here you go. There we go. Cool. Yeah, we'll try to get you some money, Fidel. And maybe some better armor. Alright, where's the ship they're talking about? This the merchant's camp? The guard stops you by showing you an open palm. He sighs and looks somewhere to the side with boredom in his eyes. He begins saying a text he's clearly repeated so many times. He learned it by heart, A to Z. Attention, to enter the camp, you must provide your pass. The pass can be bought in the office at the entrance to the Paragon. Any questions? Take the ticket. Come in, but remember, if you cross the border of these sandbags, look for a new pass. There's no use telling me that, oh, I only made one step. I don't care. I've only one job here, to receive tickets. And I do it 100% well. Sheesh, somebody has a broom up his ass. Alright. Huh. I have had a ton of opportunities to eat people, yeah. Basically, because of cannibalism, I have almost infinite food. Because it turns out that there's a lot of bandits on the road. And with a lot of bandits, I get a lot of food. Basically, all of the roast meat that I'm eating, yeah, that used to be my enemies. It's great. It is genuinely great. I really don't regret taking it. Are they gonna shoot him? Holy shit. So the guards are getting a little bit tight ass. Here, looks like it. The man in front of you seems to be consumed by his own grim thoughts. He is alternating between sighing, groaning, and scraping his dusty boot against the floor. Having noticed you, he gives you a gloomy smile and nods. Did you come here to see Paragon gushing to its end at full speed? Gushing or rushing? I'm guessing rushing. I don't know anything about that. Tell me what happened here. The man tiredly waves his hand. Same as always, really. There's trouble in the upper management. The guards are demanding a tax raise, but the merchants won't budge. And that's not all. The parties cannot agree on anything because there's no agreed policy for Paragon. Some people say there isn't enough guards and arms to protect the caravans. Others, that the merchants don't have enough money, and the selection of goods they are offering leaves a lot to be desired. And because of the leaders of these two parties are so consumed by their own ambitions, and are so sure of themselves, none of them will give even a little to reach a compromise. Who are the leaders causing all these troubles? Leunia Abramov, the main speculator. His office is in the hold of the old barge. He is de jure also responsible for all bureaucratic dealings in Paragon, which means that all the behavior pushers in the office are his men. And the second one is Sipty, or Sipli. I mean, Nikolay Siplovsky. He is a general here. Generalissimo, even. He is the head of the guard, and his den is located in the former port authority. He is a brilliant example of a river pirate turned real military man. Well, at least he attempted to. The latter is a decent man, but he holds no real power. The former manager of the local port, Fyodor Maximovich, all parties of conflict respect him. He lives on the deck in a small annex. Is there really no middle ground? That's a good question. I mean, if Paragon had a real leader, someone who would take care of all the administrative issues and serve as a judge for both parties. Hard to say. I think that Fyodor Maximovich, who used to be in charge here before the war, could be a great candidate for the role. But I don't think there is something that could make our current leaders to agree and share the power with him. Interesting. And who are those leaders causing all the troubles? The Yonya? Oh, right, yes. And just... What do the neighbors think of the downfall of relations? I don't know. I'm just a chef here. However, if you ask me, I think that Krasnoznamenny's folks are already rubbing their hands in glee. They want to take over here. But if that were to happen, then free trade in the wasteland would become yesterday's news. And you are? Me? I am just a humble cook, who just so happens to care about Paragon. It's a godforsaken place inhabited exclusively by assholes and knuckleheads. But it has an important function in the ecosystem of the wasteland. We can't just let our neighbors tear it apart. Alright. Neat. Oh, he's got a lot of food. More than just food, too. Okay. Let's go talk to each of the merchants and see if we can find a weapons dealer. Or maybe an armor dealer. A bearded man with an unusual decoration, rings that pierce his lower lip, smiles friendly from, and comes okay, what? What is this sentence? Smiles friendly. That's still not right. And comes closer. You notice immediately how smoothly he moves. People learn to move like this by following or finding their way through ancient ruins, strewn with deadly traps and dungeons full of danger and traps. It's clear you see a seasoned stalker in front of you. Stalker Richard. How do you like the place? Fine. I consider any place that can offer me food and shelter to be a mecca of civilization. And if you think of some places I worked in, this opinion would seem pretty fair, I'll tell you. What do you do as you rest up? I sleep, smoke, drink, pick up chicks. Delightful. Huh. There are plenty of fresh rumors. But this is one that did surprise me. If big fish with deep pockets ever hire us stalkers, it is only to dig up some rare artifact and make money from it. But according to rumors, a Trudograd tycoon hired a team of black archaeologists to dig up a local village where a battle had occurred between our guys and a NATO squad, to give the fighters a proper burial with military honors and so on. He was after rare guns. Probably. Ooh, dumpsters. I'm so happy to see dumpsters. It's just stuff that I can sell. It's practically everyone is sellable. Okay, we need to find more merchants. Which will probably be these merchant stands. Food. I want a weapon dealer. The smiling man screams slogans and points at his various wares. When he notices you, he almost grabs you to pull you closer. Hey, so you buying? Let's trade. Let's do the I sell you buy thing. Show me your wares. Toolbox. Toolbox, you say? Plus 20 to technology. That's pretty good. It's also 1,000 rubles. Which I do have, but I don't have anything that would require me to know technology right now. Food. Yeah, it's not surprising. More food. They weren't kidding when they said they left something to be desired. God damn it, is this game Fallout enough for you yet? In front of you stands a smiling young man of an average height. His arms crossed on his chest. He nods friendly at you. He nods friendly. Well, I don't think they understood how to use that word correctly. Well, what's brought you to Paragon? We go through a permanent political crisis, but I'll grant you that this place is interesting in its own way. Filatov the Buccaneer? He was a semi-gangster, semi-merchant. Lots of fun, if you ask me. Often visited Paragon and notified of his arrival by shooting at the basin that used to hang over the tavern's door like a sign. But on his last visit, he paid no attention to the recent news. And if he had, he would have heard that a week ago the local security grew much more intense, and among other things, shooting on the factory land became prohibited. So he shot at the basin, as was his wont, and next thing you know, a sniper from the watchtower shot half his skull off. He was running around the barbecue shop for half a day afterwards, a bloody stump instead of a head. Ugh. Both are to blame. You're right, of course. But don't you say yourself, it's important to know the laws? So my interest for the local politics is not merely on a whim. Okay. Step on. I am Oleg, Lord of Fly, Shpaltsev. Nice to meet you. That is a beautiful name. Greek or Celtic, maybe. Don't have a bad name yourself. Yeah, looking for a man. Is that a really fat version of Gordon Ramsay? It kind of looks like it, doesn't it? A serious-looking man in glasses is walking on deck, examining a pile of yellow faded papers and wax tablets with a lot of interest. As he notices you, he raises his head, adjusts his glasses, and squints his eyes at you excitedly. Yes? Something you want? What makes you think I want something? The man frowns and puts down the ream of paper. Nothing. I'm just asking. Here's the thing. I'm looking for work in Paragon. Maybe you need help? It may be your voice or your somewhat rude behavior, but the man just sighs and looks at you with badly concealed irritation. I've no job for you. My advice is to speak with the guards about that. Your behavior is already fitting the bill. So, what? Is this how you're trying to scare me? You've picked the wrong guy. The man looks at you all coldly, but still inadvertently steps away. You must have made an impression on him as a rather dangerous guy. All right. Calm down. Listen, if you're so feisty, perhaps... you'd like to make some money. We always have plenty of people willing to risk for financial gain, but we lack those who really can complete a task and stay alive. Well, you've come to the wrong person. I can barely live through your average fight. Now you're talking. Fill me in on the details. Look, as you probably know, there are always various gangs roaming around Paragon. Highwaymen, cult followers. Sometimes there are so many of them, one might think somebody's sending them here to pester us. Slay 3 gangs in the vicinity of the factory, no matter if they are highwaymen or cult followers, and come back to me for the reward. They need to be taught a little lesson. Neat. That's easy enough. Attaboy. Remember, highwaymen or cult followers. These are your goals. And don't forget the places of the battles. We're going to check them later. Alright. That's actually a pretty good deal. An unshaven man with a cigarette in his mouth meets you with happiness and glee. That really seems out of place. He even walks over to hug you before something stops him. Dear heart, how glad I am to see you. My brother, I'm so glad to see you. Well said, that's destiny right there. I'm always glad to meet new people. So would you like to buy something? I can get you anything you need. Need scrap? I got some. Need to cover your head? I got hats, no problem. Maybe you seek medicine? Got some of that too. I need weapons. An axe! An axe! Just a simple wooden axe. Huh. Oh, he's got a decent amount of heat. That might be something we want. Yeah, you were asking about the amount of meat that I've been getting. All of this meat came from people. The corned meat is just stuff I found along the way. I guess... yeah, we'll pay the rest with rubles. Actually... got way too much metal. Yeah, it's pretty even. Alright. Where's my friendo? Yep. He's either Spanish or Mexican, I'm not sure. All of this stuff is locked. Help. Oh, great. Dogfighting. That's pleasant. Fire extinguisher. Huh. And shotgun shells. A clean-shaven man, and that doesn't look like a man. That looks like a woman. Oh shit, I just realized it's 10:47. I can't be here. Sure, I know. Well, why? The man's face lights up with a wide smile. Great, great. Could you outline its borders on this very map? Why do you need the info? What the hell? What raid? Do I look like a gangster? I'm a cartographer. I'm working on a map of this area. Sure. You mark Otradnoy on the map with no problem. Once again feeling in awe of how this man's map seems so fresh and new. Oh, bellissimo! Thank you, bro! Just don't get any wrong ideas. I'm a very peaceful man. I'm working for a haggler's conglomerate. They've asked me to map the most significant settlements. At first, I was planning to buy a map from a local, but they tend to make note of a lot of insignificant locations, like caches, farmsteads, locations of ancient car crashes, abandoned... Yeah, mine does that too. That's why I've decided to draw my own map. The one that will contain information important for merchants. What an interesting mission you've got. If I had a cartographer's talent, I would have helped you, but no such luck. Zakar. That's a strange name. Not remotely Russian. My employers, Repkin and Son, are from Kherson. They are merchants from where I'm from. But they are trying to expand their forest stuff in a year do your forest stuff in a year or two. If by that time you're not conquered by someone else, and it's still profitable, that is. Neat. Tape. Tape's always useful. My god, we've got so many locked things. These empty bottles can be useful for something. I just know it. In my heart of hearts. That being said, I probably should get to sleep. I didn't even realize that I was still going for this long. My stream usually stops at 10, but I've actually been enjoying this enough that I just kind of wanted to keep going. Cool. With that, thank you everyone who has been watching. Thank you all for joining us around the campfire tonight. Feel free to stay until dawn, but stories are done for now. You can join the community at Discord or support the campgrounds through all of the usual methods: follows, Patreons, donations, and subscriptions. There's also a Humble Bundle link that gets you something in return for your donations. I will see you guys later. Until then, have a safe trip through the Dark Forest. And thank you to all of my supporters: Veritanium, 10ace Games, Is the D, Alpha MGZO, Malarthy, Istatsu, Cynical Felidae, and Rudimentary, who are not on that list, but I probably should actually remember to add them. Either way, thank you, everyone.